That's not funny.
I'm Satan, your Lord of Darkness, and you're watching The Horror Show! Ha 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 ha!
Welcome to The Horror Show. I'm Marsha Parker. Enjoy the bloopers.
What is it we're going to review today?
Odd Thomas by Stephen Summers.
Directed by Stephen Summers.
Oh.
Okay. So what is it we're going to be doing?
Oh, are we rolling?
So what are we doing today, Marsha? What are we reviewing?
Odd Thomas by Stephen Summers. God damn it.
All right.
You got me. Okay, wait.
All right. Now the movie is basically about a documentary crew who. Let me start
This
over.
is more of a
reporter. I was just going to change that.
Channel 12.
Channel 12. Thank you. Do you want to do this today?
This is how the rich people do it.
Pinky up.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow. I hadn't been watching.
Well, thanks for watching.
Shit, sorry. Okay, do it. Hang on. Go ahead.
Welcome to The Horror Show.
No, turn around.
You said turn around and say it.
All right, watch the bloopers. All right, I got it.
So, Susie, you were just in the Torture Couture Modified Minds talent and fashion show. What did you, well, not really talent, but fashion show. What did you think of Zsa Zsa Ganesh?
Oh my god, it's like the best experience of my life. Thank you.
What's it like walking that runway once again?
It was such. It was awesome. It was fun. It was such a rush. It was great.
You had your bitchy resting face on. Talk about that.
I know. What'd you think?
So what's it like being from Russia, as you are?
Yes, very nice.
That's just an awful accent. Moving on.
Am I mistaken, or are those octopi that you are clad in at the moment?
Indeed, this is Misconstrued and Pink Moon Prophecy. They're incredible.
Very nice. And so who were you modeling for this evening? Was that who you just mentioned?
Indeed.
Twilight ones, and then you have all the way.
Do not mention Twilight, I will come for you.
Do not mention Twilight, I will come for you.
Okay.
See what's Jaime's text.
Can't come, guys. Taking a shit.
Oh, actually, and for the spoiler review, hang on. Before you do, real quick, put that down.
It's empty anyway. You want to start this time?
I will not remember that. So let's tell you a little bit about what the story is about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, about the story.
Heavy metal television channel. Man, god damn it, I'm a dumb fucking idiot. All right.
Well, you can check them out. We like them.
No, that's not. All right.
Which movie is your favorite?
You're fired. So do you want to do the comments or do you want me to do it?
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
I don't know why I just said that, but...
Hey guys, welcome to The Horror Show. I'm Susie Von Slaughter, and today we're going to do our...
Do you mind if I introduce myself too?
No. This is my show.
Roll the
Yeah. She's flying solo, apparently, guys. All right.
Okay, ready? Okay, I'll wait.
Amelia Earhart over here.
Yeah. She's gonna crash like her too.
Oh.
Yeah, I need to grab.
Too soon.
All right. Awesome.
Hello, I'm Skeletor, ruler of Eternia, and welcome to the Horror Show.
Hey everyone, I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Jaime Fuego.
And this is the Horror Show News with booze once again.
Cheers, salute to all of you.
We are back yet again for another Sunday's worth of newsy stories. Let's make sure everyone can hear us, because that does tend to be... can you hear us now? Dave, is the audio good?
We thought he could hear us.
Yep,
Maybe the audio's not that good. Even here inside the Horror Show studio.
Good. Can you hear us? Hello? Yes? Positive? Yes? Love that open. All right. Okay, well, until we see otherwise, I will say...
Power!
We're going to pop out the chat here.
That's cool that we just have that option now. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yes.
And you know what? I think we should take this brief moment to give a big thanks to all of you guys and gals across the globe that have supported this show over all of these years, because we just crossed 20,000 subscribers earlier today. And it was the humbling and honoring experience that you've all been helpers in the process.
Indeed. And we want to say thank you very much to everyone, and thank you to the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day, by the way. I'm going to adjust this just slightly.
I tried like scooting in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. That's better.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get to it, Fuego. Guys, we're going to do this like we normally do. We're going to just go through the stories, and then we will come back and talk about comments from you guys. We get a lot of bite back when we stop for comments in between stories. So we're going to go through the news, and then we'll talk about comments after the fact. So, Fuego, what is first? Obviously, we're jumping in on...
We're actually jumping on a bandwagon right now.
We are indeed. Right? Hang on, I'm making this smaller so I can easily access.
Ooh.
We are jumping on the Halloween bandwagon.
That is not what she said.
All right, so we are officially the milkers at this point.
Don't you love that gif? Or that meme, I should say.
Oh,
when you posted this
Wonder Fizz is awesome. Thank you.
Dude, when you posted this in Killer Flicks the other day, I almost died.
I couldn't help it. It's just been on my mind. It's just funny, so I thought I'd poke a little fun. But luckily, everyone took it in the good fun it was intended. So.
But also, the reason that some of those videos just covering every step of the process about this new Halloween movie is because the interest is at a fever pitch. It is ginormous status. And so, obviously, a lot of our friends and contemporaries, like, Cody and Lee, were talking about this past week. So, obviously, we have to chime into the fact that it's pretty typical for films to undergo reshoots. But the thing was, apparently, they test screened for the first time this new Halloween film about a week ago. And there was a lot of audience negative reaction to the finale.
Really?
And so that was one of the big things, that they were going to reshoot the finale of this film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forgive me, I'm about to sneeze.
Do your sneezy thing, man. So, I don't know what you guys think, but for me, it's not a film that I am quite as stoked about everybody else about, so this is like business as usual for me. Also, we know that, Predators recently did like a bit, or The Predator, I should say. This guy was watching...
The Predator!
This guy was watching Predators with Adrian Brody.
Yeah, I was rewatching Predators because everyone's like, I really like Predators, I really like Predators, I really like Predators.
It's not
and
like amazing.
I remembered not enjoying it, but I watched it this time, and man, look for the review. I enjoyed the hell out of it this time, so I think I was just really biased against Adrian Brody at the time. So.
Well, and they did, he's kind of cut in that movie. He put on some little bit of weight.
Yeah, no, he did. And the fight actually made sense considering he couldn't go toe-to-toe the way Arnie did.
Yeah, exactly.
So I actually really, really liked it this time around. Yeah. So I'm excited to do the review of that, but... Sticking with what we're talking about.
Yeah. Long story short, though, reshoots are pretty much commonplace, and it's funny because in decades past, when we didn't have social media and every single bite-sized bit of information being broadcast to the entire world, reshoots and additional photography, as they called it, were very commonplace, and they happen pretty much all the time. So I don't think that people should have hit the warning button, oh my God, is this film totally effed or whatever? But this man's gonna sneeze again, just as I was gonna get his opinion. Damn it! But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about the new Halloween movie, but I'm not like stoked as Ferk or anything like a lot of other people. So I don't know. What do you guys think in the comments? I really want to hear Cecil's opinion after he gets done draining his nostrils.
I hate my nose, guys. I really do. Does anyone want to trade noses?
Nah, I don't want to.
But anyway, no one wants my nose.
Yeah, but what are you thinking about this, man? I mean, obviously no Trouble in Paradise.
I am I'll take a phrase from Fuego. I am cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, fingers firmly crossed, as I always like to say.
No, I think it could be very good. I'm intrigued by the fact that we're ignoring everything after Halloween 1. I'd like to see. This is sort of a.
That's still something I have a problem with. But,
I don't mind. Listen,
Danielle Harris, though.
Being a fan of Elseworld comic books and What If comic books.
Me too.
Why not look at this as just that? It's just a what if. What if Michael didn't do all the things we know him to have done after the first movie, but instead
her brother even.
Just confronted Jamie Lee Curtis directly after the fact? Like, I'm fine with that. As long as I go in knowing that and I can frame it in that way, then I'm going to be able to enjoy it on a level that perhaps I wouldn't have otherwise. But I'll also be able to enjoy it on sort of the original level, considering how many of the original talent is back for this one.
Truly, yeah.
So,
including the original Michael Myers for some scenes. But it's more so like what they did with the guy who played Chewbacca in the original Star Wars movies. For Force Awakens. He did a few of the scenes, but the action-centric stuff and whatnot, I mean, not available, unfortunately. So this was just us.
I like that, by the way. CP just showed up from the reviews. He's like, indeed, the horror community needs to calm the fuck down with the hype.
I really agree.
He's the one that posted the crowd cheering.
Because you're only going to get disappointed if you set this up in the stratosphere. So I'm excited for it, but I'm not like pumped or anything. But Cecil and I have been talking about going back and reviewing all of the Halloween movies with Marsha and hopefully anybody else who can assist.
We're also going to be reviewing all the Predator movies and finally finishing the AVP series that we started during Alien.
AVP Requiem. So, but yeah, let's jump on to the second story because this is a film that just keeps getting more and more interesting. And I mean, we're really only talking about this because of the horrific nature of what happened to Sharon Tate, really. So Sharon Tate was a beautiful, talented actress. And as you can see, look at the likeness. Like, the similarity is uncanny between Sharon Tate and between Margot Robbie. Very talented Australian actress. Although I still prefer the chick from the babysitter at this point. I'm trying to remember the name of that lady. No, but
Margot Robbie's gorgeous.
And she showed me in I, Tonya that she has legit acting chops and stuff. But so it was finally confirmed this past week after rumors have swirled the hell around about this that she is in fact playing the iconic at that time wife of horror director Roman Polanski, who was murdered by the Manson family. Now this film doesn't center specifically around her. We don't even know if she's going to get killed in this film, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is this new just smattering of everything that Tarantino was working on, and they just keep adding talent, dude. I was like going through the list just before the news started. Kurt Russell, Tim Roth, Leonardo DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Burt Reynolds, Michael Madsen, Timothy Olyphant is apparently in negotiations for Fantastic for a lead role in this film. So, I mean, goddamn, dude, it's shaping up to be something insane. It's not going to be a horror movie, obviously, but based on the horror connection and the fact that the casting has been covered by Bloody and Daily Dead and all the places that I frequent when I'm trying to amass information for this. Are you excited about this movie?
No.
No?
I don't really care.
Huh?
Yeah, I mean...
Are you not a Tarantino fan? You don't like Pulp
No,
Fiction,
I'm a fan of Tarantino, but not recent Tarantino.
Really?
Tarantino's fallen off for me. I hated The Hateful Eight.
I did not like The Hateful Eight. You and I both reviewed that together with Dave, if I remember correctly.
Terrible.
But I like Django, you know.
Django was okay.
Django was better than Hateful Eight. I grew to appreciate the remake of Inglourious Basterds, but I can't say it was
I never was a fan of Inglourious Basterds.
How about Kill Bill?
Kill Bill I like. I like the first one better than the second one. Yeah, that's the last time I liked Tarantino.
It was all supposed to be one big long movie, remember? But the second half is definitely drastically different in tone. You know, completely different in tone.
Yeah, I'm a bigger fan of part one for sure.
Yeah. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it takes place in 1969, and it's going to be intertwining stories. It's supposed to be like his period piece version of Pulp Fiction. I'm excited for it, and especially with the addition of Margot Robbie, the cast just keeps growing and is impressing the hell out of me. But the third story is one that I am especially stoked about because of the fact that this is one that they've been chattering about for quite a while, but now the King is so goddamn in vogue. It is officially happening. The adaptation of a novella, which was originally only available as I'm trying to remember if it was an ebook or if it was just an audiobook. I listened to it as an audiobook read by, the dude who was trying his damnedest to be Deadpool, or not Deadpool, he wanted to be Cable in the new Deadpool movie.
Stephen Lang.
Yes, exactly. He was in Don't Breathe, he was in Avatar.
Stephen
Lang actually reads the audiobook of this novella called In the Tall Grass.
He also read the last one we did listen to, didn't he?
Did he?
He listened to the audiobook that I listened to, or he read the audiobook I listened to last time. What was it? It was...
I'm not sure.
Heart-Shaped Box. I think you read Heart-Shaped Box.
Yes, I think he did. Yeah. He's actually a very good narrator when it comes to that sort of thing. But In the Tall Grass, for me, it was a co-written work with Stephen King and his son Joe Hill. It's one of the most fucked up Stephen King stories I have ever read. It is really messed up, dude. Essentially, there's this brother and sister driving through rural Kansas, and they're arguing about something, and they're driving past this field, and the sister's got her window rolled down, and they're like slowing down because, you know, they're like fighting, and she wants to like get out and like take a piss or something. I can't remember exactly, but
Stay out of the long grass.
But they hear
it's tall grass.
They hear a young child like basically calling out from the grass, "Help me, blah blah blah," and they're just like, "Oh my god, some kid needs help." And so they both go into this field, and it turns into a maze, and they get lost, and there's every kind of and she's pregnant, by the way, and there's some really effed up stuff that happens with regards to that. This is apparently going to be finally adapted. James Marsden, Cyclops himself, also from he was in Disturbing Behavior, if I remember right. James Marsden?
I think so.
Yeah, I think he was. I actually think that's an underrated film. But anyway, the thing that's most exciting for me is that Netflix officially, so this was trying to find a home, trying to find a team to actually, you know, like put the production into progress and process and stuff. And lo and behold, Netflix is stepping in for their third Stephen King adaptation. And I'm even more excited about the guy who's going to be directing it.
Do I have a stain on my shirt? It's really bothering me.
You just might. I don't know.
This is terrible.
Oh,
it doesn't look like it.
It might be,
but it looks like it on the camera.
It might be a drop of
I
booze.
shouldn't have even brought attention to it, but it's bothering the hell out of me. Sorry, guys.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Yeah, it's what happens with news with booze. I get distracted easily. Squirrel.
Especially when he's not listening to me.
I'm listening to you. But I was very distracted by the stain on my shirt.
Yeah, but the director of In the Tall Grass is what excites me the most, dude. Vincenzo Natali, he's the guy who did the first Cube movie.
Oh shit, Cody Leach is here. What
He did the first Cube movie, and he did
Love
Splice.
Cube.
Yeah.
Love Cube.
Splice
not a huge Splice fan.
Well, it's your buddy.
Again,
it's your buddy
Adrian
Brody again. I love Adrian Brody, dude.
I don't know why I have a thing. His nostrils are very weird.
Man, he's a damn good actor.
His nostrils are so weird, though. I liked him in The Village. I liked him a lot in The Village.
The Village sucked ass. Ugh.
Excuse me?
I hated that movie.
It was not great, but I enjoyed it. I actually that was the last
terrible.
That was the last M Night movie I liked until the most recent one.
That had Opie's daughter in it, right?
Yeah, Bryce Dallas Howard. Yeah, that was one of her breakouts.
Love Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah, she's gorgeous.
She's beautiful. Yeah. No, but I was gonna say, so yeah, man, you have me thinking. What was that Adrian Brody movie? With
Cody, go away.
Adrian Brody, the Keira Knightley movie that I liked so much, The Jacket. That is a psychedelic.
The Jacket is a good one.
That's a psychedelic movie.
That was like a time travel one or something,
yes,
right? Yeah. The Jacket was solid. Yeah, no. Again, I'm coming around on Adrian Brody. I'm coming around on him after watching.
Don't be so hard on him. Come on,
Don't be so hard on him.
Okay, but In the Tall Grass, amazing ebook.
Thanks.
And
we get there before you get in here. Just keep watching.
Yeah, in the Tall Grass, guys, if you have not read or listened to In the Tall Grass, I cannot recommend it enough. It has never been collected in any of Stephen King's like book collections or anything like that up until this point. Even though he put out another shit, what the hell was it called? It was the most recent one.
Is that better? Does that help?
Is that better?
Is that less distracting?
Sometimes.
I think that might be more distracting. Sorry.
Yeah, but long story short, In the Tall Grass, it's amazing, and I highly recommend everybody.
But it's not creatures.
Well, I can't spoil it, dude.
Okay.
It's not like creatures, but it's like insane evil presence that I did. If you guys have read the story, you know what I'm talking about.
Is it He Who Walks Behind the Rose?
It's kind of similar, but not really quite there.
He Who Walks Behind the Blades.
The finale of this book is one of the most just. I had to like put the button, like put my phone down because it's only available as an ebook. It's not in print anywhere, and I had to just sit there for a moment and just be like, wow. They really went there. I couldn't believe that they went there. So another little note that I have to toss out, though, is there was also a more minor Stephen King story that was announced to be in development right now as well. It's called Gingerbread Girl, and this is being done by the same team that did Rose Red, Kingdom Hospital, Storm of the Century. I only liked the last of those. I thought Kingdom Hospital, the remake of the Lars von Trier, was kind of meh. Rose Red was
love the
blah.
Anteater. Rose Red I actually kind of liked.
It's okay. I'm about to do a like little review kind of thing.
Wait, Rose Red, was that the one that Diary of Ellie Rimbauer?
Exactly.
Well,
Ellen
Rimbauer was the prequel? Yeah. No, I like both
yeah.
of those. I thought they were pretty solid ghost stories.
Well, we're about to see the anniversary of the Diary of Ellen Rimbauer or whatever, and so I'm going to be rewatching that for a Hail to Stephen King episode that'll be coming at the end of the month. So, but long story short, so the team behind that is doing a novella called The Gingerbread Girl, which is essentially about this chick whose child dies in like crib death kind of thing, which is obviously horrible. She's dealing with massive depression about that. Separates from her husband, moves down to Florida where King spends like half of his time, and then she becomes like a running aficionado, and she's like running up and down the beach constantly. She sees what she thinks is a murder. She gets like kidnapped by this murderer, and she's like chained, or not chained, like taped to a chair, and she escapes, and he like goes after her down the beach and take it easy. But yeah, lo and behold, this is another of the I much more so recommend In the Tall Grass. But The Gingerbread Girl, that's another one that we have to make mention of this week. So now we finally have a story you can talk about, sir.
Yeah.
Number 5.
One that okay, here's what I have to say about it. Thank God this is the last one, because Jesus, has this series overstayed their welcome.
They milked the fuck out of it, dude.
My God. 6 years in a row of shark.
Yeah.
I didn't even bother with the last one.
Really? I thought you found these fun.
No.
No,
I watched them, quite frankly, I watched them out of obligation.
I haven't watched any of them.
I watched them out of obligation.
I can't comment either way.
I watched the first 4 just because they were shark movies.
Wasn't Urkel in one of them?
I'm sure. There were so many cameos throughout them of people getting squashed and crushed and eaten and
yet, for whatever reason, Tara Reid and the dude from 90210 have made it through like all of them
so
practically,
bad.
Right?
Yeah, but they had like a Jason Todd level event. Like, you remember when the Batman comics had the fans
they had the vote if you want to have him
whether
killed or
you
not.
wanted Robin killed, and the fans voted to kill Robin. They had that at the end of the third movie or the second movie. They were like, should Tara Reid, because it ended with Tara Reid having something from space come down and like, she's like, ah, and then it cuts to black.
Because
and then it's like, should she live?
To be
and
fair,
they voted to keep her alive, and I'm like, why?
It's because she was kind of hot at one point, but
20 years ago in American Pie, yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally 20 years ago in 1997.
Never talented. My God. Wasn't she in that Alone in the Dark movie with fucking Christian Slater? I think she was.
I'm sorry, I do not know this movie of which you referred.
But yeah, Sharknado is coming August 9th.
Sharknado versus Crocosaurus. You know that's what's happening next. It'll be like Sharknado versus Sharktopus.
No. They have claimed that this is the last one. It's hitting August 19th during Sci-Fi Channel's Shark Week, which goes from the 12th to the 19th. And this is where we can laugh about the fact that in this entry, it's apparently a time travel Sharknado. And so he's gonna be fighting like Nazi sharks and like
Nazi sharks. So like sharks with Nazi armbands.
Who the hell knows? And then he's gonna
little mustaches.
He's also gonna end up on Noah's Ark, from what they were saying in the press release. Like, this is some of the dumbest shit I have ever heard. You can't make this stuff up, man. It is too much. And
so they're jumping the Sharknado?
You've thought of that all on your CL, didn't you? But a wonderful company called The Asylum also has a few films that are going to be debuting about that time, including The Six-Headed Shark Attack and
oh my God, you mean sequel to 3-headed and 5-headed Shark Attack?
Apparently
we didn't need a 4-headed Shark Attack. They jumped right from 3 to 5.
I haven't seen any of these.
Well, jump over to Horror Show Entertainment, where you can find coverage of every shitty shark movie that's ever been made.
Oh, Brian, we love you. And then there's also Megalodon, which is going to be premiering August 28th. That has Michael Madsen in it. Boy, that guy really needs some work now, I guess. He's waiting around for the next Tarantino movie.
Wait, another movie called Megalodon?
Called Megalodon. Megalodon. And it's made by the same people who
are you saying Megala-Dash-Dawn?
No. Although that might be funnier if it was like a Dawn. I'm suddenly thinking of the Shark Tales movie or whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking like, is this a gangster movie where sharks attack?
All the sharks were played by those Italian guys.
Megalodon!
It's already been done, unfortunately. Damn it.
Oh, God.
Well, and then last but not least,
Sharknado versus Twister. That'd be good.
Yeah. Well, and last but well, didn't that already happen? Isn't that the Sharknado? I mean, it's like come through.
Well, like 7 consecutive years of Saw, 5 of Paranormal Activity, now 6 of Sharknado. Yeah, but Sharknado, how can you can't?
How many
put
consecutive
that on the
years
same
of
level.
Jason did we have in the 90s? And
Not
Freddy
consecutive
and all that
years.
stuff?
Not consecutive.
I'm pretty sure.
Not that many.
Yeah.
Not 5, 6 in a row. Hell
and last but not least, apparently, an Australian team behind the movie The Reef is doing a film called Great White that has found international distribution.
The Reef is a good one.
Did you like it?
I did. I liked The Reef.
Well, then maybe Great White could actually be
The Reef was
better
good.
than shit. So.
The Reef was a good one. That was where a boat got overturned.
I'm on a boat
off the shore, and the people had to try and swim to shore, but there was a great white shark stalking in between, and not everyone made it back.
So it was like open water, but better.
Yes. No, it was like Open Water 2, but better. Because Open Water 2, the same thing. Boat capsizes, everyone's stuck there, except they're in the middle of the ocean. This one, they're close enough to land to get there, but it's like the shallows. There's something in between them and the land. And it doesn't work out for most, if not all of them.
Mostly. It didn't work out for many of them. Mostly. Anyway.
They mostly come out at night. Mostly.
Let's jump to our number, and you'll mostly never babysit me again. Mostly. That's my Cartman quote for the day. Anyway, we are jumping to story number 5 now, and I don't know if this is particularly a series that you're as fond of as I, but it's been almost 20 years since the last Toxic Avenger.
Never seen any single one of
You haven't even seen the first one, dude,
Nope.
where they're collaborating. They're like, hey, it's like double the points if you run over the kitty and the bicycle.
Nope.
Damn.
Nope, never seen any of them.
Well, apparently Lloyd Kaufman confirmed this past week that Toxie 5 is absolutely happening. It's going to be Toxie going after corporate bureaucrats, going after...
what else?
Yeah, exactly. Going after the citizens of the Toxie town and all that crazy crap. And
Lloyd Kaufman's got to be in his 80s, right?
Oh yeah, he's creeping there, man. But the thing that made me laugh so hard is that he was like, "This is the best Toxie script we've ever had, and we're gonna make it for $100,000."
The best Toxie script we've ever had is like saying, this is the best McDonald's I've ever had.
Ugh. Have you seen those recent ads where it's like John Goodman and Charles Barkley like eating the quarter pounders?
Oh
it's some
my
of the most,
God, this is
some
so
of the most
delicious.
disgusting shit I have ever
No,
been
I
forced
turn
to
away.
watch on YouTube.
I
It's
turn
like,
away.
I go to
By
watch,
the way, after this, let's go to McDonald's.
Ugh. No, I go to watch a video by like Cody or Lee or Horror Show Entertainment or one of our other homies, and I'm like, God damn, why must I be subjected to?
I have created this.
Creature movie tag?
Yeah.
We're gonna do a tag.
Yep.
You just heard that live and on the air for the first time.
Yep. Fuego didn't know it, guys, but we are officially going to launch our own tag video.
Oh, you didn't know?
The creature movie tag. I already recorded mine. That's what was up there.
Your ass better call somebody.
Mine is almost 20 minutes long, so I figured we should do separate videos.
I guess so, with both of our affinity for creatures and shit.
Yeah, but it's 10 questions, creature movie tag. I've seen the vampire tag going around. I've seen
I saw
the
Lee
werewolf
and Cody
tag.
do it. Yeah.
Now I see Cody's theater etiquette tag that we should actually do a response video to tonight.
Who was it that I saw? Was it Jason from Sinister who did one?
Yep, he did a response as well.
Dude,
I
I was
didn't
with
actually
Cody
watch
on
his
that.
yet,
Cody's
but-
rant was fucking on point.
For real.
Man.
So yeah, no, we need to do that. But yeah, guys, stay tuned for that tag video. Anyway,
Okay.
distraction. No,
Anyway,
I've not seen
Toxic
Taxi.
Adventure 5. You need to sit down and watch at least the first Toxic Avenger
Really?
with me, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No,
the
I'll
first
do it.
one is
I'll do
fun.
it.
It's schlocky fun. Man, just there's some weird. It's trauma. I mean, if you've seen any trauma at all, Sergeant Kabuki Man or Nukem High or any of that stuff, no. None of it? Okay.
No, I'm very embarrassed to say that because I make trauma jokes.
Yeah,
and I've never seen
you
it.
see Brandon, he's like, trauma equals art. We worked them a few months back and they were
Hey,
amazing.
Brandon,
Yeah.
if you want to send some DVDs our way, I'll start cranking through those trauma movies.
I think they're just like floating around on the YouTubes, a lot of them. Honestly.
Okay, well, fine.
Yeah.
You know me, I like physical
Romeo
copies,
and
but whatever.
Juliet? That's another
I've
weird
heard
one.
of that
yeah,
one.
that was
I've
James
heard of that
Gunn
one.
like worked on the script on that one.
Oh, okay.
But apparently, so yeah, Toxic 5 is happening.
Oh wait, why did you have me
Toxic-
go talk all this time about? Wait, we don't even have the Toxic Avenger one
Because
in
it's
there.
news with booze, bro.
Hang on, I know I have a Toxic Avenger poster. There we go.
Well, it's too little, too late.
There it
now,
is.
so-
Nope. Never too late.
Well, there was originally rumors floating around that James Gunn was working on the script for this, and then that was officially like revoked and denied because there was some interview Lloyd Kaufman did where he confirmed that it was happening. He also confirmed the remake that is being done by the Sausage Party director is also still in development. So it's weird how I feel like this is kind of going the full moon route where they're like, yeah, we're going to have this reboot called The Littlest Reich, but then there's also going to be another regular series Puppet Master movie. I don't know. I'm stoked as fuck about that upcoming...
Littlest Reich sounds pretty cool at this point.
Dude, it's coming out in August. The guy from Reno 911 starring in it, and it's
Which
got
one?
The
Thomas Lennon?
Yeah.
The dude that had the shorts?
The flamboyant guy?
Oh, no, that's... No. The flamboyant guy in the roller skates?
Yeah.
Or the cop? Was he a cop or was he the dude on roller skates?
No. He was one of the cops, but he was like the gay cop.
No, okay, so the one with Thomas Lennon.
Yeah, I think that's his name.
That's awesome if he's in it. I'm excited.
Dude, he's the star of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm on board.
And it's got Dee Wallace, or excuse me, not Dee Wallace.
No, I'm on board based on all
Brandon
the articles we've seen recently where they're like, this is the craziest movie we've seen in a long time.
They're saying
I'm
the
like,
gore's
yeah.
nuts. That's actually something I thought about putting on as a news story this week. It's officially seeing a theatrical release in August, which excites me to know.
You know, we should have added a story that we're going to be watching our Patreons.
We'll
talk about that at the end.
Yeah. Let's jump to the next story, though, which is the fact that Santa Clarita Diet, which I still haven't finished the second season, and I started watching, and it's just as fun as the first one. Love the hell out of it. Ola Fantastic, we're jumping back to him.
Ola Fantastic!
Yeah, that's officially been renewed by Netflix for a third season. Do you guys like the grotesque, just glee and silliness of this show? I personally do. I think this show is...
I still need to watch the second season, but I do enjoy it.
It's right up my alley, man. It is totally fun, but... I'm going to glaze over that because of the fact that we need to get to the bummer news about the fact that Fox canceled 2 different shows this past week. Well, another one which a lot of people got upset about, which was the Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, yeah.
But then it got picked up by another network, so that's not
it did? Okay.
Yeah, so that's not something to get too freaked out about. But they canceled both Lucifer and the show that was on the bubble, and the show that was on the bubble last year. And the show that was on the bubble last year...
That's why someone had an image up there of both of them.
But the show that was on the bubble last year, which people were stoked to get a second season
Hold
of.
on, just a second.
Show,
hang on, don't jump ahead. Don't jump ahead.
Do it now.
I'm getting it in there.
It's on the chopper.
I'm cramming it in. Just hold on, just a minute. I'm cramming it in. There it is.
No,
there it is. There it is. There it is.
So unfortunately, both of these shows have been canceled, including The Exorcist.
I actually really liked Lucifer, except that I watched it with The Betrayer, so now I shan't continue watching it.
Yeah, I see. Well, long story short, people seem to be the most disappointed about the fact that The Exorcist has been canceled. Everybody at Bloody and Daily and all those other horror sites that I consult for information for these shows every week, they're all lamenting the loss of this show, and they're not really giving much of an indication, unlike the Tremor show, that it could find another network to jump to, which is weird.
And I really loved the first season. I only got to watch the first couple episodes of season 2, but I'm excited to get back to it.
Marsha raved about it.
Yeah, no, I really liked the show.
Killer.
And I honestly really liked Lucifer, too. It was the only police procedural I would watch, because he could, at any point, reveal himself to be Lucifer to whoever he wants. So usually, if there was a criminal that was getting away with something, he'd, walk up and reveal himself as Lucifer, and they'd crumble and piss themselves. It was really awesome.
He would show, how he actually looked,
his actual
as
face,
to, Did they ever show what his actual face was, or just show the reaction?
Yeah, no, it was here, I'll show it. Since the show's been canceled, it doesn't matter anymore, right? I'll show you what he looks like.
To some, it might still matter.
Nah.
And nothing else matters. Real face. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. We'll show the people on the...
Yeah. So this was Lucifer's real face in the show.
Honestly, it's not as hardcore as I was expecting.
No, but it's an NBC show. It was really cool.
Fox show.
Fox, yeah.
Oh, dude, my favorite Lucifer is still dude from Supernatural, but nonetheless.
Well, yeah, obviously. He's great. So this is what Lucifer ended up looking like when he would reveal himself in quick bursts to people, and they would essentially go insane.
I've been actually trying to rock the little Lucifer beard thing. You can see how pointed it is. Yeah.
I hate allergies.
Sneezy.
All right, so does that cover that?
Yeah, that's basically the rundown, guys. You're going to get more Santa Clarita Diet, and there are many disappointed about the fact that we're not going to get a third season of The Exorcist. So
I am one of those
bummer
people.
Status.
I need to watch second season of Santa Clarita to decide if it's worth for another season. But so far it was okay.
I love the first one. A couple that I've seen from season 2.
The kids' story is, I think, what was more interesting.
A little more compelling, I must say, and they do develop that properly.
What's next?
Next is more details about the Purge TV series. So it has officially started filming. They haven't given a exact start date for us to be able to engage in this crazy content from Blumhouse, which is going to be one of their first forays into television work. But they did announce 2 new people joining the show as series regulars, which really makes me just more excited about it. We have both Willie Baldwin, or Billy Baldwin, or whatever the hell he calls himself.
Baldwin?
Billy Baldwin.
Little
William Baldwin. All the Baldwins are dead! I'm thinking of the South Park movie where they bomb the Baldwin estate. But the one that excites me even more is the fact that she hasn't really acted in a lot of stuff, but she was in both of the recent Chucky movies, and Fiona Dourif is going to be a regular on the show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like Fiona Dourif.
Yeah, she's damn good, actually. And so originally they were saying the entirety of the show was going to focus on Purge like the other 364 days.
So dumb.
But they have clarified it now and saying that's only going to be like about 20 to 30%. They're going to do this weird like flashback kind of thing, like basically showing how stuff that happens on the Purge affects people throughout the rest of the year as far as like crimes and craziness that goes down and stuff like that. You don't think the juggling act could work?
No, I think, as I've said before, to those of you that don't know...
you didn't know?
It is a 12-hour series, supposedly. It's 12 episodes.
I still like your idea.
Exactly. My idea was, if it's 12 episodes...
Blumhouse, hire this dude.
Do a horror version of 24. Where every hour, like the first hour is the half hour before the Purge starts.
Good call.
And then the first half hour of the Purge.
No, you
and then every hour...
do the hour before or after. You can make it 14 hours.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could 13. It would be 13 if that's the case. So, no, you're right. 14. An hour before. Now you're right. 14. Okay, so yeah, if you did, but even 13 episodes would be perfect at the half hour before, half hour after. But every hour is the next hour of the Purge, and you could follow a couple groups of people, and they could eventually meet up in one of the episodes later, but it would be a running story, just like 24, where every hour you see the progression of these people in the Purge world. And at the end, you have an entire series that is told in real time, where the audience can really feel like they were in the Purge with these people, following them along. I think that's a fucking fantastic way to do it.
Dude, I still think you could even do an anthology series where you did 12 episodes where each one was a different hour with a different group of people.
Yeah, well, okay. Anthology-wise, yeah.
Yeah, like a different group of people for each hour and just the insanity they're experiencing in that hour.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that could be cool, too.
I don't even think you'd need to necessarily... I think if you're going to go that route, I don't think limit it to an hour each. I think just do 12 different episodes of the people dealing with the Purge in different ways. Make it like Spawn the Undead, the best Spawn comic book series there was that only had 9 issues.
Yeah,
because
have
it was,
all 9.
Yeah, I mean, it was fantastic. It was like, how does Spawn affect random people? Yes, I think it was. Thank you very much for the congrats on 20K, CP. I appreciate it. I'm still planning to have you on to interview you just like we did Cody and Lee, so hopefully you're still down for that. But
I saw Rob is on here. I actually think Rob and I need to do a Dark Tower discussion video at some point.
You should.
We really do. Yeah.
So
jumping back to Midworld,
that's a rad idea, Cecil. I'd watch it for sure. Thank you, Ashley. I agree. It's a rad idea.
Yeah, Ashley October. She's rad status.
I know. Ashley's awesome.
Okay.
So next up is one I'm super excited about. Super excited.
Tossing the reins over to this guy beside me. I'm just gonna stand and drink beer and let him rant about Rick and Morty because I'm not a Rick and Morty person.
Well, because you haven't watched it yet. It is, guys. Rick and Morty is hands down my favorite animated show of all time, and I'm a person that loved The Simpsons, loved Family Guy, loved South Park. But I really...
Family Guy can suck a dick.
No, I like Family Guy. I really think Rick and Morty is by far and away the best animated show of all time. It's the smartest. It's the most creative. It is the most disturbing. The most, smartest,
I've heard from a lot of people is the most disturbing, Yeah,
but it's so heavy. It's so heavy when it wants to be.
When South Park was hitting on all cylinders, like around like season 6, 7, 8, and 9 and stuff like that, and they were reflecting current social issues and stuff like that. That's when the show was at its apex.
Dude, just wait.
No?
It takes what South Park did and it takes it a step further because everything is permanent on the show. There's no resetting. There's no Kenny comes back. Literally, there's characters that die.
It's not like they brought back Crabtree after she got killed in that episode.
I know, but trust me. Trust me when I say it's going to blow your mind, some of the stuff.
Butter. Somebody was talking to me about that episode last night.
I love that episode.
At George and Dragon.
What is my purpose?
Yes, it's the only
You pass butter.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That specific
little
scene,
tiny machine. I love that shit.
That specific scene was talked to me about last night when I was at George and Dragon with my friends, and I was telling you that they were all giving me shit.
Yeah, it is the best sci-fi writing we've had in a long time. It absolutely 100% is.
Well, and I've heard that there's lots of Thing references and all kinds of stuff, and obviously the Back to the Future idea is very plain and obvious,
but that's actually played down compared to all the other stuff.
Springboard initially,
dude. I'm telling you, the episode because I'm going to show Fuego an episode tonight before he leaves. I'm going to show him episode 2.
I've watched a few episodes and it just didn't wow me. It was in the first season of the show. And
did you watch the dog one?
I was really stoned and it just didn't do it for me. I don't know.
But. So good. I'm going to show him the dog episode that has Scary Terry in it. So I think hopefully he'll appreciate that because it's awesome. So yes, I am. So essentially, the story, which by the way we haven't even said yet,
Yeah, which is their
is that Rick and Morty has been renewed for 70 episodes. You guys, 70.
Like
That is
7 more
essentially
seasons.
7 seasons of the show. But not only that, think about it. They've had 3 seasons. That is about 30 episodes. They needed to get to 100 for syndication. They just essentially signed a syndication deal. So they're like, okay, you can produce 70 more episodes, and this show is going to be around forever. Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon are now officially going to be set for life based on this show because
they're gonna
people
be like,
love it.
They're going to be like fucking Scrooge McDuck, like jumping
And diving into their money. Absolutely. It's the fan base sucks because they hold on to the toilet humor, but it's great. There is some toilet humor, and there are some bad fans.
Hey, I'm a Dumb and Dumber fan. I like toilet humor.
Yeah, no, there's some bad fans out there. There are some bad Rick and Morty fans, but most of the time, the people that are smart and enjoy it, obviously, like Brandon, and it's awesome. It's awesome, bitch. Yeah, that's Scary Terry, Ben Grimm's doing.
I'm Mr. Meesey. You see, I know
Yeah,
more
Mr.
of,
Meeseeks
I
is
know more
so
of the songs
amazing.
from you playing those weird dubsteppy remixy shit that I've
I'm
seen.
Mr. Meeseeks, look at me. I'm Mr. Meeseeks, yes sirree.
Take a
You make a request, the
Yeah.
Meeseeks fulfills the request, and then it stops existing.
Yeah, isn't he like kill me or something like that? Like,
Yeah. I just want to die. I just want to die. Yeah, that's.
and I know those songs better than I've
Oh
seen.
my god,
like,
dude, the
episodes
show
of
is so good though. After you
Yeah.
watch the show, you'll love those even more.
Okay.
So, guys, Rick and Morty is just flat out the best animated show of all time. I don't care what you say. Come at me, bro. It's gonna be
South Park.
No. South Park has gone so far downhill, dude.
I didn't
and you
even
know
watch
it.
that. It was my favorite show for the longest time. They would always reinvigorate me and reinstill my faith until not the most recent season, but the 20th season. I thought sucked, and I was really disappointed. The member berries were like played the fuck out, and it just really, it bummed me out for a show that I felt was very socially relevant for a very long time.
I didn't even get to the episode that led into the video game. Like, I need to finish an episode and a half before I can actually play The Fractured But Whole, which I still haven't played. I've owned it since it came out, and I still haven't played it.
Dude, I still have your copy of Stick of Truth, and
It doesn't matter. I get it.
I never even finished it.
No, I get
Yeah.
it. A Stick of Truth comes on The Fractured But Whole, so I have it now. Don't worry about it. It's yours.
Okay, well, thank you.
It's all yours, buddy.
Yeah, I just don't like the turn-based combat. I've never been into that. I was always more of a Zelda guy with.
Yeah, me too.
I like action
But I
RPGs.
got into it. I got into South Park because it wasn't hard. It made it pretty easy. But anyway, we're veering.
We
Rick and
totally
Morty's
are.
way better.
Okay, well,
It's just way better.
opinion. Anyway,
Yep.
let's jump to the next story. We're almost at the tail end, guys, where we can just get a little bit of opinions from y'all. So, Jurassic Park: The Ride. It's been open since 1996, and it is officially closing.
Rocko's Modern Life.
On
That's one I actually never watched.
On September 3rd, 2018 is going
C.
to be
McDonald's nonsense.
September 3rd.
I really like CP. He's
2018 is going to be the final day that you can ride Jurassic Park.
I've ridden
The
it
ride.
enough. The last time
I've
I
never
rode
been
it,
on it. I've never even been to fucking
dude.
Universal
Here's the
Studios,
thing.
man.
Here's the thing. The last time I rode it, it sucked because everything was broken. But
Oh, yeah,
when
that would
Marcia and
definitely
I
suck.
went to Halloween Horror Nights, we got there.
Are you going to go this year?
If I can, absolutely. Here's the thing, guys.
Yeah. Are you going to make a candid?
Yeah, I might have to
reference?
make a little announcement here. There's every chance. There's a good chance that possibly myself and producer Dave might be moving to LA.
Which means the end of the horror show. And
No,
it's
what?
been nice knowing. And it's been nice knowing all you
doing?
guys.
What are you doing?
Tune into Infuego.
Oh shit! The real plan just reared its ugly head. Oh man.
No, I'm
guys.
joking.
Yeah. I have been extended an opportunity. And it's not been finalized yet, but it's possible I might be going out to LA to work on something else that I would still be doing the horror show like I do this. It's just my day job would be something way more interesting and in LA where I could possibly actually finally try and sell my script. Which, by the way, CP, I've been wanting to ask you, CP, do you ever have time to read? Because I am trying to do a episode of the show, a special episode of the show involving a script I wrote. So I'm going to hit you up about that. But trust me, it's not like the usual, hey, will you read my script? Because this script actually got to the quarter and semifinals of 2 different writing competitions. So there's actually some quality there. But nonetheless, going to Jurassic Park: The Ride with Marsha Parker when we went to cover Halloween Horror Nights, it actually was raining. when we got to do it.
And that would be cool because
it's a boat ride,
just like in the first Jurassic
But here's
Park,
the thing: at Halloween Horror Nights, they have it open at night. So you get to do the ride at night. It's raining.
So you're kind of experiencing like Newman when
yes,
he had the
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. You got the Dilophosaurus because there is a Dilophosaurus part.
That's dope.
But you're riding in the boat. It's raining on you, and you're riding through the water, and all this shit's happening. And then you go into the structure where the T-Rex attacks, and you're out of the rain briefly. But it was honestly, I was so glad.
It was probably like a cinematic experience.
It really, really, really was. It honestly was. It was probably the best way to experience that ride.
So that was like your be-all, end-all of
Absolutely.
that ride.
So the fact that we're losing this is fine because tell them why.
Well, there's a reason why. So in 2019 on January 1st.
Jerks, if you want to read it, I would actually love your opinion as well. I would actually I'm gonna message you too.
Dino might.
And Dino too. Actually, Dino I was gonna message as well. Dino, do you ever have time to read? I have a very serious question about it. Go ahead. Why, guys? Why? Why do we bring up Jurassic Park the ride closing?
Do you read good? No, because January 1st, 2019.
Hell yeah.
January 1st, 2019, we have Jurassic World, the ride, opening up. So this is all calculated and makes a lot of sense. I'm honestly pretty stoked for Fallen Kingdom. It's not wowing me per se, but I have a lot of faith in J.A. Bayona, the director of A Monster Calls.
Dude, I'm excited
as hell out of us.
Really, that last trailer didn't wow you with the thing inside the room?
No, well, we saw the thing inside the room on all the trailers. Remember?
Not all of them, but two of the three. Two of the three, yes, we did. But we got even more though, and we saw what it was.
It's taking a very gothic tone, and that's actually something that I can segue into, which I didn't put into the news notes. But apparently, Colin Trevorrow, who directed the first Jurassic World and is coming back for the third one, which is funny because he's doing like the J.J. Abrams almost, where he was there for the first one and he's producing and like helping shepherd and whatever. But he said there's not going to be any more hybrid dinosaurs in this third movie. It's going to be like a more organic finishing to the trilogy of sorts. But yeah, I think this. It's really a bummer because I don't think I'm going to get out before September to go on the original Jurassic Park ride. And as much as I adore both of the books and the first film and even the second film to a degree, yeah, missed opportunities. Couldn't see it.
I'm excited to see what they'll do with the Jurassic World ride.
They're going to pump a ton of money. It's Universal Hollywood, for God's sake. I mean, come on.
And I'll be nearby. Yeah. Like, literally, guys, if I go out there, my office will be over Studio City, Universal City Walk. Like, it's such an exciting opportunity. I hope it works out. Anyway, it'll be good for all of us. It will be good for all of us eventually when Fuego sacks up.
He says sacks up because I don't want to move to LA because I think LA sucks.
Yeah. But LA is where he'd thrive like a motherfucker. Anyway. Next and last story.
Next and final story. Okay, guys. So we all know that there is not going to be a fourth season of Ash vs. Evil Dead, which blows. And even though there was initially rumors about an Evil Dead 4, and happening at some point down the line after the series, if it ever got canceled, Bruce is obviously in like the scorned ex-girlfriend mode right now, and he is saying that he's retired the role of Ash, so on and so forth, whatever. Well, apparently the fact that that has happened now has just the slightest bit of interest, like the fire of interest lit under the ass of Mr. Fede Alvarez, who directed the Evil Dead remake and who directed Don't Breathe. I love Don't Breathe. So he basically took to Twitter a couple days ago and said, if I clear my throat proper, he was basically like, what should I make next for my next film? Evil Dead 2, Don't Breathe 2, and then he gave like a third option of stop making movies, which made my ass laugh. But 70% of the people, my thank you, sir.
Yes.
70% of the people said that they would prefer to see him do Evil Dead 2.
Absolutely.
I must admit, I was not that big of a fan of Mia's journey in that it was fun, but it was just, it didn't have the comedic tone of the second and the third. Army is my favorite of all three of those movies, and so that's why it just didn't work as much for me. It went for the more serious tone of the first film, but honestly, the more I've thought about it, and I rewatched it a couple more times, it's one of the goriest movies I think I've ever seen, dude. It is just so over-the-top insane.
That's why I loved it.
We still haven't seen the unrated version of it that he promises
it's available
is
on
floating
stream,
around.
Apparently.
Is it really?
Someone said.
Well, long story short, this isn't a confirmation that he is gonna. But he had already announced Don't Breathe 2. Remember, we reported about it on the news.
He's in New York. I'd love to come visit him out there.
Yeah. Well, we reported on the news a few months ago about Don't Breathe 2 officially like being in at least pre-production, and he has script idea and all this other stuff. But if he's putting up a poll like this, especially with the death of the Ash vs. Evil Dead series, it really makes me wonder if he wants to strike while the iron is hot.
I imagine.
Especially with the interest that we see. If 70% of the people want him to do Evil Dead 2, I don't know. You obviously would like to see an Evil Dead 2.
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah. I know. I loved the first one. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
It was such a good, gory remake. Again, I'm a bigger fan of remakes than most people that watch them.
The Blob.
Not all of them, but I really like a lot of them. I even like the Poltergeist one that everyone hated on.
Ugh,
so
and you like that Thing prequel? That was shit.
I did like the Thing prequel. Yeah. No. So there you go.
That makes me loosen my tie at that thought. Jeez. But yeah, man, this is intriguing news. I think either way, Jane Levy is going to get some work, man, because she was in both of those movies. So,
hell yeah.
And she's a hell of an actress too. I want to see her in more stuff. So this is actually a good chance for. So if anything that you guys have been holding on to that you desperately want us to, either give some insight about, if you want to talk shit to us, whatever the hell it may be.
Yeah, go ahead, light us up, because it's time to go to the comments. I'm going back.
It is. How far are we going back? Way back. And it goes a little something like this. Hit it. Here's a little gangster, short in size, a t-shirt and Levi's. This is only disguise. Built like a tank, yet hard to hit. Cecil and Fuego co-running shit.
We have a lot of people saying congrats on the 20K. Thank you all very much.
Yeah.
You deserve 1 million subscribers, says WonderFizz. Thank you very much. No,
that would be nice. I'd pay all of our bills if that was the case. Anyway.
Yeah. Let's see. Brady Jorgensen is here. Sean McManus. Wolf Bretsky. Jerks. Sam Power, Anibal Riveros.
I still like Will I Like It saying they need to calm the fuck down with the hype.
Yeah, that's great.
The hype machine, the hype
Rubber
machine.
Soul, obviously.
Everybody loving the hype machine. Yeah, Rob, seriously, we need to do that. Just going back to Midworld, just doing that video this past week, it made me really nostalgic and sad for the pre-Dark Tower period that I experienced last year when I was just
Cody popped in and popped away.
And getting
that's all right.
so
I appreciate
extremely
the support.
excited.
He might have us on in the background while he's dealing with his family because he has a big family.
Does he?
Well, not a big. I mean, he's got a family. Is it like Jeepers Creepers? No, let's see. I'm trying to see.
Trashy baby, trashy.
Are there going to be Jewish sharks? I don't know. That seems
Jewish sharks. Remember, because we're talking about the Nazi.
Oh,
Nazi
okay. Gotcha. Got it. Okay.
That is funny. Yeah.
It's going to be huge.
Sam and David's like, that is pricelessly funny. Megalodonald Trump.
That would be terrible.
It's
going to be huge. Okay, that's why I got
that
the huge.
That would be amazing.
Trauma equals art. What's up, guys? Says Ashley October. Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
I love Drew Barrymore.
I love Drew Barrymore too.
Drew was my first crush. I like Drew in Scream when she died right away. Let's see.
Really?
South Park best Lucifer.
Let's see. Hey, Satan.
All right.
Satan, your ass is big and red. Who am I going to think you are? Liza Minnelli?
It would have been better with Practical Monsters, says Brady, regarding the Thing prequel. Cecil, have you read Dresden Files? No, I have not.
Well, remember, they took all of the practical effects that were supposed to be in
and
the
replaced
Thing prequel,
them with digital.
And they made it into that Harbinger Down garbage that we watched, which was
Harbinger Down was horrible, too.
It was pretty bad. I mean, the creatures looked... It was just a bad script. Not very good, man.
All right, guys. Well, I don't see a lot of comments there asking questions. So, Jaime, I love the ranking vid. I miss Midworld. Fuego's actually going to be doing more ranking videos going forward, and we probably will be too.
Yeah,
so.
Lots of King ranking videos coming up. I have about a dozen different ideas for everything from, characters with like psychic type powers to, ghost stories. Yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to it. Hail to Stephen Curry!
So I think that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Horror News with Booze, you guys. Love you very much for coming to watch. Thank you so much. Until next time, though, I've been Cecil Laird.
Do I have to eat the beans?
Yeah, but we can do that as a separate video. Separate video.
20,000?
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
yes, that's
Dave's
right.
doing a special 20,000 celebration video where he's going to eat all of the remaining jelly beans from the God, what was it? The Bean Boozled challenge. That's right.
Yeah.
He's not going to enjoy it, but he's going to eat them all at once as a celebration of 20,000. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
So actually,
we'll film that tonight.
So I'm thinking if they do finally announce the Dark Tower TV series, what Rob and I need to do is have like a Skype discussion predicting where we think that TV series could go. That's what I want to say.
Dino and CP, I'm going to follow up. Yeah, these are all the beans Dave has to eat.
All the beans.
And we have no idea. Go ahead, Dave. Give
Yums.
him a sample. What is it?
Is it good?
Was it popcorn or was it?
Is it shit?
Oh my god. It's like kitty litter.
That's just a small taste.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not.
Yes, you committed. You committed on camera.
This is gonna be
I
so
think
bad.
you should just eat them all at once. Like,
All right, so
throw a
stay
whole
tuned for
mouthful
Dave's
at
20,000 subscription or celebration.
I am not doing Axl Rose dreadlocks. Though.
All right, thank you guys very much. West Coast, Best Coast, Jawbone Kit. Hey, we'll be there soon.
The West is the best.
All right, love you guys, and remember, stay scared.
Comfort.